Hello, hello. There we go. Now, Duff Man. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, Duff Man. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'm just watching myself watching me. Yes. I'm so glad you can hear me. All right. So I won't keep this page open. I won't keep looking at myself, looking at myself, looking at myself. So, like I said, I'll give some people some time, see if more people show up because I got some stuff to talk about. I got some stuff to talk about. Now, today, I'm just going to talk about the channel and uh, non wrestling related stuff. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm going to say wrestling for tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream will be all wrestling. Oh, yeah. You know it. Boobs. I don't have any today. Bubes. But, um, right now, I don't know if you can kind of see, kind of cleaning up some of these shelves. These shelves are getting wiped away slowly but surely because I need to wind up moving some of the wrestling stuff over and moving stuff in. And hey, we can talk about that. I don't have a problem with that. We can always talk about bubes, bubes, bubes. Bubes are awesome. Greatest things ever made. Bubes. Bubes. Oh, but what do I have here? What you hear? Hmm. I'm trying to find. I don't have a rusty, trusty knife. Oh well. Yeah, I talked to Taz last week. I think he said he's out, but I'm gonna check on him tomorrow, see how he's doing. Um, Hopefully he's doing better. He seemed he was a little bit better shape last week, but just constant checking in, making sure he's all good. All good. Like I don't even want him to worry about if he wants to do the show or not. I want him to worry about himself and and just getting better. So maybe some bubes, some bubes, bubes. some yips. So why don't I wait and see if anybody else shows? Still recovering from WrestleMania. It's been like 2 weeks. So I'll go. I'm gonna open something, and while I'm opening something, we'll talk about what I'm doing. Channel. So first, finally, on discount, finally got my Shuri Black Panther. Like anytime I can get a different version of Black Panther or anybody in the Black Panther family, I'm good. I'm good. So sad thing is, I got this after the show. So once I open her, she's going into the container. She's going into storage. You know what? Who needs knives? Who needs knives? All right. So, I need instructions for a toy. Anything else? Oh. Yeah, I wish I had an Ollie's out here. There's not one in Cali. There is not a file below to save my miserable life. So, talk. My stream is having. Ooh, Mr. Rolando. The Mod King Rolando. All right. So, well, here's Sherry. She's got some extra hands. It just comes with a couple of hands. One claw, one punchy. Sherry got claw and punchy on there. Nothing, nothing spectacular, but but yeah, I'm just glad to be able to add her to my Black Panther collection. That's all that matters. One day I'll have room for all my collection, all of them. But as I said, so with the channel, I've kind of had a kind of come to Jesus moment, and trust me, I've been thinking about just completely shutting it all down and calling it a day. Like just not doing this anymore because it's not fun. It wasn't fun. So Like I used to love the process of editing. I love toy hunting. Now it feels like a chore going out and filming toy hunts. So, like I said, um, I don't film toy hunts anymore. So that's the thing. Toy hunts, I still hunt toys. I just don't film them. So, really, just me filming toy hunts is like you may see one or two toy hunts, but it's not going to be a constant thing anymore. That's it. Um, really, you'll see more live streams than you will see toy hunts on this channel going forward. So, but I'll explain a little bit more about what else is going on the channel. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. What's going on, Dave? I wonder if I add that in. How does that work? Big Bad Dave. Ah, like I said, I was telling Duffman and Rolando, you know, the live streams are gonna probably happen more Mondays and Tuesdays, and toy hunts are gonna happen way less. I just don't have the strength, the time, or the effort. Ooh, let's see if this works. Let's see how this works. Welcome in the man with a plan who's busting ghosts all over this dimension. None other than Dave's Dimension.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going
Welcome
on?
to Restream.
Why, thank you, sir.
This is what I ran the Stream for the Cure last year on, was Restream.
Yeah. Well, you're the whole reason why I decided to try this.
Give it a shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I've been using it still
Yeah.
for screen capture, still using OBS.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like cheating because then I could have an overlay that I might make custom myself through like
Yeah.
other programs. And I could have my own intro video, my outro video without having to pay for it.
Nice.
So I've been kind of playing around with that. How you feeling, man?
I'm still here. It's all
Uh,
good.
I, I spoke with um don't have permission to say it, but I heard from AMW. I heard he's not feeling too well. He's not doing too well right now. So anybody out there, keep AMWs in your thoughts right now.
When'd you hear about this?
He messaged me today.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, so don't want to go into details, but
No, yeah.
his health could be better.
Yeah.
I think a lot
So,
of us should be taking care of ourselves a little bit better,
yeah.
because you never know when something could happen.
Because I did talk to him last week,
Okay,
and he sounded like he was okay. But yeah, hopefully he gets
yeah,
better.
but how's work? How's the life balance been going? It's been a minute
Uh,
since we spoke.
yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've kind of been online for a little bit. It's been crazy. It's work. It's kept me busy, and then WrestleMania was insane.
well, well, at least the first night was good.
See, that's the thing. Everybody goes the second night wasn't that great. I'm like,
It, it,
it's
it
just
had
because
it had hits and misses. Let's be honest.
ah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the first night was probably better of the two, but I really like night two. Like
Okay.
Oscar and Bianca, that was a legit
Yeah,
wrestling match.
yeah, it was. But
Gunther,
you know,
Sheamus, Drew.
you know, the tribal chief though.
See,
That's
I see.
yeah.
Everybody goes there and says, "Oh, Cody should have won," and
Well,
Tribal
see,
Chief, and
I was half expecting a certain somebody to emerge from that audience. You know who I'm talking about. You have failed this city.
that
Stephen
man.
Amell? Stephen Amell.
Oh no,
Green
but Steve,
Arrow.
I think Stephen Amell. He's like, yeah, he's
well,
an
he
actor. He ain't.
well, he's got that show, and it's not like he hasn't jumped in a ring before in the WWE.
Well, no, him and Cody Rhodes are really close.
Oh yeah, they're best friends,
Yeah,
practically, just about.
but I'm like, but I think what is it? I think I think he's off probably filming like another season or whatever that wrestling show is.
Heels, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I mean,
I haven't
I know the
either.
guy's an avid wrestling fan, and
Yeah,
he does a lot of his own stunts and stuff. So I mean, I could have saw him jumping over, trying to help him out,
maybe.
especially especially when things went sideways.
Yeah, but I
But
don't think like
Cody looked
I-
like he was legit in pain for most of that match, though.
Cody always looks like he's in pain.
Oh, that's just his face.
Yeah, he's trying. That's his sympathy face.
Oh,
He,
so that's how he got her. Okay.
yeah, but no, yeah, no. But like I said, I've been telling people, I'm like, kind of just telling people like, I'm gonna try and focus more on live streams and less on
Gotcha.
Clubhouse.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed anything with my channel. I haven't been dropping unbox videos like I used to over the
Yeah,
past 2 weeks.
yeah,
Last week and the week before, I did a live stream where I did unboxes
yeah,
live
yeah,
because I mean, not for nothing. One, the numbers talk.
yeah,
Live streams, people are getting attention with that, but it's like if you do a video, it's got to be a short form video. I
yeah,
mean, I hate to say this. I know Dino and a whole bunch of other people have been saying it for a long time that it's shorts that are what are doing it, but I'm not someone who like I'm not great at doing shorts.
yeah. Like, being,
I'll be
like
perfectly honest.
yeah,
I suck at shorts.
I've tried to do that on like TikTok where I'm doing like unboxing shorts.
I mean, I did some shorts when I got my Zap Megazords.
Yeah,
I just like tried to do a few, and they might have got maybe 300 views, which I mean, I guess that's good, but I mean, when it comes to the world of shorts, that's nothing.
like
That's
I
not even a drop in the bucket. It hasn't even
I
reached the
put out
bucket.
the only time I put out a short, and it was me going to Disneyland and seeing Boba Fett at Disneyland, and that was
Hey,
like a
Boba
15.
Fett.
It was like a 15. Maybe was it 40? It was a short. It was a short, and I just put it up, and like days later, he got to like 1.7, and I was like, "What the? Like, I need to go back to Disneyland more often and film these
Well,
characters."
it's like over the past year, my best performing video content of any kind was one short, and it was the Ecto One pulling out of the firehouse in New York City.
Mm,
Okay, that's something that is, I mean, outside of that, have I gotten even a fraction of that kind of attention on a short? No.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, some of my biggest videos are videos that are not something that happens all the time, mostly around the HasLab, the
Mm,
Proton Pack. Outside of that, the only exception is my bike buying for big guys.
yeah. No, I
I mean,
noticed that. I noticed
I
that.
I actually had a few people like email me. And a few people commented on the video. They were like, "Thank you for doing this,
Papa Gore, what's going
Papa G,
on? That could
Papa
maybe
G
be
in the
very
house,
close, close, close.
Papa G, the CSC,
But
Canadian Santa
yeah,
Claus." There you go.
but no, yeah. That's like I said. That's
It's
why.
frustrating, man.
Oh,
It
trust
really
me.
is.
No, I like you guys.
It's like social media constipation, man.
Like I am. Like here's me. This is me being completely openly honest. Like I am happy and jealous for y'all all at the same time. I'm like, man, because you guys put out such good content and get to your goals, and it's just like I'm happy to see friends who make it to the top, you know, and but I also go, God, like why can't I get there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
so,
mean, like when you say people are hitting the top, I mean that's like
well,
Destination Stone. That's Cold Man Games.
and
Okay.
that's Dave's dimension. Dave's dimension.
No, it's not because Dave's Dimension's still a long road away from ever becoming monetized.
Well, but you hit at least got to that 1K.
Yeah. And I mean, but a lot of it is me focusing, trying to focus on, well, I've been getting a lot of views with the big guy bike videos because
Yeah.
one, I mean, honestly, I think it's whenever you're doing content from your perspective
No, yeah.
that is genuine. Because I mean, I was in that situation. I'm like, okay, I need to, I need a bike, and it's not a matter of, oh, I need a bike so I can do the ride. No, I need a bike to get my health back, because I gained weight during the winter time. So I needed to do this. So I was like, well, you know what? I hell, I'm a big person. I've done videos for, based on being a big guy. Let me take
Yeah.
take everyone on the journey. If people watch it, great. If they don't, you know,
Yeah.
oh well. I mean, I have videos that might have 2 or 3 views. So it's no
No,
skin off
yeah.
my back,
No, trust me. Like that's why. What's going on? Was it Power Rangers Dino
Power
Fury?
Rangers Dino Fury.
Wow.
Yeah, friend of the channel off of the Legacy of Nerd.
Trust me. I figured
Yep,
that one. I was like, that's definitely got to be Legacy of
yeah,
Nerd, crew because that.
yep. Because I've been me and Legacy been doing he'll pop on a few of mine, I'll pop on a few of his because this is Power Ranger week, man. We got the Once and Always 30th anniversary special dropping on Netflix Wednesday. They got the OG Rangers back, so
Oh
it's
yeah.
something to see. We got David Yost, the original Blue Ranger. We got Walter E. Jones, Zach, the original Black Ranger. We got them coming back. It's gonna be it's pretty hyped. It's gonna be like that's gonna be like it's gonna come down to either watching that or watching Mandalorian this week. That's what it's gonna come down to. So
Yeah. Like I don't know. I may wind up getting rid of Disney Plus because, but Daredevil's coming out soon. So,
hmm
but Star Wars stuff, like I think I watched the end of Andor and just
see,
and
Andor for me felt like Jason Bourne in Star Wars.
that's
It
why I
kind of
liked
had
it.
that kind of conspiracy thing going on,
That's
and
why I liked it because it
yeah,
didn't feel like
it
Star
was
Wars.
different. It was
Yes,
different.
and it felt like okay, Star Wars is trying something, and then and then Bad Batch. I'm like,
Bad Batch was failing, but then they pulled it at the end. But of course, next season is the final season of Bad Batch. They already announced that.
okay.
So,
Well, yeah,
I
I'll wait
mean,
for the final season then.
I wouldn't mind seeing a live action version of Bad Batch, maybe in Ahsoka. You know,
Mm, maybe.
am I
I've,
holding out hope too much? I mean, we'll see what happens.
I've never been a fan of Omega. Like
Oh, I
Omega,
can't stand Omega. I
she's
can't
the
stand the
reason why
little brat.
I barely watched the last episode of the first season. Like, but I love the
Honestly,
figures.
I
Minus
would
like,
have I would have loved it if they did it without her.
yeah,
I can't
like
stand Omega.
like you know, I wish Omega had been killed or something, and they had a better reason to go after him.
I mean, let's be honest. It was basically, the concept of Bad Batch is like think of the A Team, or if you're an older
Yeah,
person, the Dirty Dozen in
yeah,
Star Wars. And
yeah,
I love that concept.
yeah.
You
But
know,
I feel like it's supposed to be there, but
hmm
it feels more like uh Lone Wolf and Cub, where it's
hmm
like, oh, we got to watch this kid and take down these people with this kid. And I'm like, no, stop. Just like,
exactly.
and then you go from Bad Batch to watching Mandalorian. I'm like, oh, like
Even
I
this season of Mando has like, it's like the last episode was like, okay, okay, this is what we were waiting for. But you
it,
you you
it took
basically
7 episodes,
wasted
right?
almost the
It
entire season.
took like 7 episodes to get there.
Yeah.
And you had the
It's kind of
Lizzo
like Boba
episode.
Fett. It's kind of like Book of Boba Fett in some ways, in some
Yeah.
respects, you know.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm tired of the kid, whichever show it is, being involved. Like I've never had a problem with kids in movies or shows, but it's like,
Andor doesn't have a kid. I'm just saying.
yeah, it's like, well, no,
Obi Wan, Obi
they
Wan had Leia.
no, well, Andor. I think Andor did have a kid in it, but the kid was an asshole. She was the daughter that wound up getting married or was supposed to get married off into like whatever that. She was like the daughter of Monmouth.
Oh, Mon Mothma.
Yeah, yeah, but it was like, but she, you know,
Hmm.
she was an asshole, and you know,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Thank you,
like
Rolando.
she wasn't used as much. Like, I'm like, but yes, Leia, Leia.
Leia was. I think Leia was actually of the kids. I think she's been the best one,
Oh,
but it kind of messes. It still messes up canon. I don't care who you are. I don't care, how much Star Wars experience you got. The whole concept of introducing Leia to Obi-Wan this early messes up the timeline, because when she does the holographic message, she should have said, "Ben, it's me." But no, she says, "You fought with my father during the Clone Wars." You know, it basically it retcons everything, unless her mind gets Jedi wiped sometime in the future and she forgets that she even met Ben Kenobi. So
I don't even know.
it's
I
just
don't
all
even know.
kinds of.
I don't even know if her mind gets wiped. I think it's just she forgets. I think it's gonna be something where she just, oh yes, I know you fought with my father, and like, okay, like,
Yeah, yeah, you thought I might have been your real father for a moment.
but that's a.
Hey now, hello there.
But even Leo was annoying as hell because it's like, just stay put. Don't
This person is
stop
risking
running
their
off.
life to save you. Listen to them.
They're like, I'm done with like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I mean, for the most part, like, if they would stick to like when Mando first came out,
yeah.
you know, if they would stick with that kind of a formula, not necessarily, exactly Mando, but I mean, go back to like there's like God, I know so many people would love a first or an old Republic rather,
Mm,
something that's old school. Or what if we saw, you know, Obi-Wan, or sorry, not Obi-Wan, but Yoda as a Padawan,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
or like
Give Yoda a little break. I need Yoda to have a little break.
or like, how about a Mace Windu prequel?
Yeah,
You know,
like I don't know. I just want
all these motherfucking Sith, all
all these sis on my planet
man,
need to get. Oh, but no, I want something that's not tied to anything. Like I need a break from canon. I need something that's just tell me a story
well,
about.
I mean, like you could go back to like aren't they supposed to be doing a story which is supposed to be how the Jedi first emerged, like the first Jedi person,
Wow.
the first Jedi. I think there's a story potentially with that. But I mean, like, or even if you go, listen, let's be honest, everyone out there, I don't care who you are. Oh, you got J.J. Abrams in the chat.
Oh,
Gap
Gap,
After Dark.
Gap After Dark is J.J. Abrams. Oh,
How,
sucky ducky.
well, I should have known the
I,
lens flare. The lens flare should have known.
that's
Um,
why I was blinded by the light.
but let's be like he says. Did you ask for a Sith? Here I am. Well, actually, I was just about to go there. What's one thing we all love? We always love villains. We root for villains.
Yeah.
Okay, the Joker in Dark Knight.
Or
We
just,
rooted the hell out of the Joker. We love the damn Joker, right?
yeah.
How many times? Okay, when you go see Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, you're not
Oh,
going
yeah.
because you want to see people survive. You're going because you want to see Jason. You want to see
You want
Freddy
to see how
go
you
all
want to
out
see
on
how
them, right?
you want to see how he's gonna kill people. Yeah.
So how about you give us a Sith series? How the Sith
Mm,
perceive them as the saviors of the galaxy.
mm.
I mean,
You
I
could do it. You could do it. I don't know if you've seen this movie, but don't do it as a comedy. Tucker and Dale.
oh yes, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Do it like
uh,
that, but don't do
yeah,
it as a comedy where it's like, yeah, you make or like you make them seem like they're like you're from in their head, in
yeah.
their mind, like you're doing it right.
I mean, well, think about it. That's kind of how Palpatine was kind of going at it with Anakin.
Yeah,
Listen, like I've guided you all these years. I've shown you the power, and I could show you more. You know,
yeah,
it was all about bringing order to the universe, to the
yeah,
galaxy. I mean, you could do a series where this, and from different zealots, depending on what your faith or what your backgrounds are, if you believe in something, whether you're wrong or not, in your mind, you see yourself as doing the right thing, as being the force to fight for good, even though you might be evil.
that's
I
correct.
mean, I mean,
That's true.
let's be honest. Disney has been giving us a little bit more adult type content, and they better when Daredevil comes out. I don't need this walk of shame She-Hulk type mess that they did with Daredevil.
Well, we'll see.
Uh,
We'll
did,
see.
did did you see that with She-Hulk?
Yeah, yeah, that's all. Oh yeah.
You got Daredevil doing a walk of shame, holding his boots
I
in his
mean,
hands. I'm like, come on
that
now.
that was pretty hilarious though. That looks like something you'd see in a comic book though, like one of those one-offs.
Yeah, like you can see like him and Deadpool crossing paths.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up?
Hmm.
I
Death
mean,
lives next
it's
door.
yeah, but honestly, I'm not psyched for the movies, the Star Wars movies they're about to be working on.
Like I didn't, I wasn't even. I think they came out with that information around the same time as WrestleMania,
I mean,
so I
doing
wasn't even paying attention to it. So,
doing 3 more movies with Ray, and it's
oh,
15 years later.
you're gonna make me sick.
No, she's supposed to be training. She's supposed to be a Jedi, fifth Jedi Master 15 years later, and she's, I guess, training new Jedi. I'm like, get that mess out of here. No, the only way I'd get behind that is if they do right by Finn.
Now, the only way that could be decent is whoever. I, they need to have a good. Who or what is the bad guy going to be?
I don't know.
Like, because I guess
Another clone of Snoke.
no. Oh, oh God, no. Like,
Oh
it needs to be something completely different.
yeah, but it has to be super. It has to be dark. I mean, darker than we've ever seen before.
Yes, has to be like a Ronin.
Come on, I got this one. I love it. Um, but yeah, I well, that's one movie I wish they would make is Last Ronin movie. I heard there's speculation about it, but
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
but the
Hopefully, that's like a what?
well, I know
You
in
think that would be a three-parter?
they, I mean, I guess they could do it as a 3-parter, but I know that they're supposed to do a sequel to The Last Ronin, a book. So
Mm,
if they take both books and combine that into a trilogy, I could see that.
mm.
You know,
I need to read it.
because
I haven't
otherwise, I
read it.
think it would be like a two part movie, like two parts.
Mm.
You know, have it where the brothers fall,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the lone survivor who emerges and goes on like a John Wick style type.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
that's what I want,
I need to
huh?
read. I need to read that graphic novel.
But I got him, and yes, I'm not that person that goes for every single variant, but I had to.
Yeah.
I got the red one too.
You can get the
But
black and white one.
huh?
You can get the black and white one.
I didn't see the black and white one. The only ones I've seen are these two, and I still have to unbox him.
Hmm. So I thought there was like a black and white one.
There might be they might be having one like that, but for see, I hate you, man.
Look at
I
that.
thought we were friends.
Look at that. I got this when I was in Disneyland.
Disneyland. Oh, speaking of Disneyland, my cousin, um, she got engaged at Disneyland,
Oh, when?
and well, apparently just the other day,
Oh,
they
nice.
they they posted it on Facebook, and guess what?
What?
He proposed to her in front of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, nice.
My wife had pointed it out to me. I was like, "Well, but what was her response? Did she say yes or did she say I know?"
No, she said it's a flop.
But I'm like, but you know what? Seriously though, I mean, George Lucas even said that the way he originally wrote Star Wars was the Jedi. He viewed them as like the samurai.
Yeah.
So why can't we have like a Ronin in the Star Wars universe? A gray Jedi, if you will.
Well, you
Someone
can't.
someone who maybe someone who walks that tight line between Sith and light, you
Mm,
know?
you mean like a Revan?
I see what you did there. Oh, you got Destination Stone in the chat. He's saying,
Ooh,
"What did do, Pikachu?"
how they do? I can't think
In
of
fact,
Pokemon
they
like that.
just dropped a brand new video today, I think.
I know.
Another
Well,
toy blog.
Monday is pretty standard, and of course, keep having internet issues. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, since you and I the
You
last
still
time
hear
we
me?
talked, a couple things going on. Um, I'm no longer a Spectrum employee. I got out of there.
Oh, I know.
I feel so much better, but it's because
I
I still
heard.
have another 4.5 months of training. But I feel a lot more relaxed. I don't feel stressed out. I get to wear jeans and t-shirt and just chill. Not bad for a government job.
Oh, welcome to government life, sir. Welcome to government life. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, I'm technically I'm taking home a little less than when I was at the other job, but that's because I'm putting money into retirement funds. So,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, I have to at my age.
The
And
only thing
then
I would tell you from my
after a year,
experience
it go
is
my pay goes up after a year. So, fingers
yeah.
crossed.
The only thing I would tell you is constantly watch your paycheck.
Oh yeah, I check it
Because
every week.
yeah, I didn't realize I had to until I started working a government job. And mhm, money is not always there when it's supposed to be.
Yep. I get like an email, like because I get paid every 2 weeks, just like the old job. But they'll send me an email about checking my stubs usually 3 days before.
Mm,
So what are we building there, or is that the stand for Black
that's,
Panther?
that's the stand.
Okay.
for Black Panther.
Very cool. Is that like a solid plastic or is it a little translucent in the background?
Uh, it's
Like behind, like would light come through it or no, no
no,
that's solid. Okay.
it's solid.
I was gonna say if it was like semi translucent, put like a little LED light right behind the glyphs
Yeah,
to make the markings glow. That would be kind of hot.
yeah. But so this is
This,
kind of classic looking Black Panther
yeah,
because you can see it's blue.
kind of the cell shading uh
Yeah,
paint scheme on them.
yeah. It's like old school version.
Destination Stone is asking, how are we doing?
Good, good. Just like I said, right now. So like, what I'm focusing on is I'm moving a lot of my non wrestling part of the
Hmm.
collection to storage,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna focus on putting wrestling up. And so, kind of going back to what we talked about earlier, I'm gonna I'm gonna focus more the channel more wrestling related. You know, I'm thinking about doing some special stuff with like wrestling figure news and stuff, and keep people up to date on kind of stuff like that. Um, I want to do some photography, so I want to try some of that. I want to, like I said,
Photography.
yeah, because like I said, I hadn't been feeling creative with like editing videos and stuff, and it just felt like a job, and I didn't want it to be a job. So
Yeah, I mean
I want to do
it's
more creative stuff.
well, I was doing a stream on Tuesdays for a good minute.
Yeah,
And life gets in the way sometimes, and
yeah, yeah,
honestly, it's not as fun when it's just you.
yeah,
I had one person who family obligations. I completely understand that, but another person just wasn't communicating to me anymore.
mm,
So I'm like, if the other person can't even acknowledge or do a response, and I can't just do that stream by myself. When you're doing a live stream, it. We're doing it right now. It's
yeah,
fun. That's why, like, if I do a stream, I throw a link in the chat. You
yeah,
throw your link in the chat. Rebels, when he's doing a stream, he throws a link in the chat because it's one to talk in front of people, but you get more energy when you can bounce a conversation with someone, when
oh
there's
yeah,
interaction back and forth,
yeah,
and one that makes the streams much more fun. I mean, when it's you, AM Dubs, and Taz together,
yep.
I mean, it's not a stream, it's not a show, it's three friends hanging out for everyone to see,
And now
right?
we've added a fourth person,
Oh,
Mr. MCM.
MC, okay, yep,
So we are now the four.
the Four Horsemen.
Yeah. So
Okay, which one's Arn Anderson?
come on, seriously, you got to figure that one out. Arn Anderson talking about a Glock. That's obviously Taz.
Yeah. Have you heard from Taz?
Yeah,
I sent him an email like a week ago. I haven't heard back from him, but I figured he's,
he says he says
on the road to recovery, hopefully.
he says he was out of the hospital.
Okay, good.
Um, but it was the same day I was talking to uh, AM Dub.
Okay.
So I need to check up with both of them. This was last week, but yeah, it was you know both of them, kind of
Yeah.
hoping both of them, and it was weird because like I met MCM because he's out in Vegas, and him
Okay.
and I hung out WrestleMania weekend, and so we came back. Like I was still here, but like after WrestleMania weekend, we were both sick for like almost like pretty much like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it was like I was planning on doing a show last week, but it was like between Taz him, the MCM, and myself. I didn't
Yeah,
want any some of like them. I wanted them to just recuperate, feel better. Get yourself as close to 100% as you can.
yeah.
You know, this is YouTube. Go be about yourself. So we'll try. I'm a stream even if it's by myself tomorrow.
Hmm.
But it may just be me and MCM, uh, and kind of just talking about our weekend, our WrestleMania weekend.
Okay.
So you know, and then but yeah, I hope
Well,
I
I
hope
think Dave's mention might be doing a stream tomorrow because I'm still trying to push for. Honestly, I know this year has been tough, but
yeah
man, it's like pushing a rock up a hill, man. This year,
yeah
doing it for the stream for the cure for fundraising.
yeah
Honestly has been feeling like we had such a great year last year. This year, it's been kind of a struggle. So, the stream for the cure might be a wrap after this year. I'll still be doing Ride for Rousel.
yeah.
I'm not going to stop doing that. Until
Well,
until a tractor cuts off my legs or something. I mean,
I think
uh,
I think the streams. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. It seems like it may be just an ebb and flow. Like you may get a good year one year, next
well,
year maybe a little down.
I mean, honestly, this time last year we had about 20 some odd entries.
Hmm.
Okay, as of right now, we have about I think 5 or 6.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, I hate to say, just like when it comes to YouTube numbers,
Yeah.
you know, it's discouraging. It's a great cause, and whatever we've raised is, I mean, it's still going to a great cause. It's still going to be put to great use by Roswell
Yeah.
Park. But it's kind of discouraging because it's like last year, we got up to three, what was it, $1,365.
Mm.
You're like, Come on, if we get to 1,500, I'll do this,
Oh yeah.
and honestly, I mean, I reached out to, I did public posts. I'm like, hey, if anyone wants to help co-host, if anyone wants to be involved in any way, or helping to share it out, and it's been crickets this year. So it's just me, and uh, I hate to say it, is it because of the prizes weren't as great as last year? It shouldn't be a matter of the prizes; should be the cause. But
Like honestly, I don't
it's
know
feeling
even
a
know.
certain way.
I don't even know if it's that. I think it may just be like,
I
you
I
know,
I I know it's a crap year already. For a lot of people,
yeah,
it's tough, but also there's a lot of different causes out there. I mean, let's
yeah,
be honest.
yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
do my ghost busting for Toys for Tots. This
yeah.
weekend, I was at an '80s party here in Buffalo. Um, you know, 6 hours on my feet, man. But it's
It's worth it though.
yeah, it's definitely worth it, and it's personally, it makes me kind of like reevaluate a few things, just
Oh
like
yeah,
maybe I'll be reevaluating some things around this channel. So
yeah,
it's I think it happens with everyone. I mean, just like with TV shows, you know, cast change.
yeah,
Sometimes the format, the storyline changes, and the show changes with that. I mean, look at our channels. I mean, my channel started, it was me unboxing a computer monitor and doing some Ghostbuster mods. I didn't think it would turn into toy collecting and, you know, doing all the crazy streams that we do. But, you
you're
know,
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You got your Star Wars and your wrestling collection. You're welcome.
man, I have all my Star Wars. In fact, I have the Lego N1, and I came
Mm,
home and she was on the ground in pieces.
oh,
One of the downsides to living in an apartment building,
yeah.
if your neighbors are bumping uglies,
Mm,
that sends vibrations to the walls and just starts knocking stuff off.
I'm glad we're on the topic.
And I'm not joking either.
No, I know.
We
Look,
we 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 had some neighbors like a year or two ago. If we had our bedroom door closed, you could hear the door moving, like knocking back and
mm,
forth because they were,
look,
man.
look. I worked in an apartment building doing security.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, that's all right. You
I
know,
can only imagine what you saw,
well, I didn't see anything. Luckily, I
or you
heard
probably
some
heard.
stuff. I heard some stuff.
I heard some
Like
things.
I had some people complaining to me, like, "Hey, can you go talk to these people upstairs? My son can't get to sleep, and they're making noises." I'm like, "What kind of noises are they
Man,
making?"
I got precious Legos being knocked knocked and destroyed.
Yeah, and so I literally had to go up and tell them, "Hey, your bed's moving while you're while you're bumping uglies. So can you make sure your bed doesn't slide side to side or something?"
Now, do you know all the Black Series I've been getting, or since you started on me on this rabbit hole? I still have I still have another 11 to unbox right now.
Woo!
Okay, not to mention, um, Yo Joe,
Yo, Joe,
Yo Joe.
how many you got?
I got the twins.
Oh, nice,
I
nice.
got the twins. I also got the snake eyes with the wolf, and I got the
Is it the
tiger.
white wolf or the gray wolf?
Hold on.
Because the white one's the most recent one.
That's the white wolf.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, the most recent one, yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed him, and
Oh, see, I had to restrain myself. I was, oh, I wasn't a big fan of like the subsets or whatever. So like Python Patrol and Tiger
well,
Force and
see, I didn't jump in on the Joes yet, but then I saw the twins together,
see,
and it was just
Rabbit Hole.
it was pulling on my strings. Plus, a friend of mine had a bunch of Racondos, and he was going to send me
Mm,
one. It never happens. But at the
mm,
time, I was like, "Well, I'm getting a Racondo, so maybe I should just, And these were on sale. I'm like, so these were actually on sale when I grabbed them. So I was like, these are on sale. I got the twins at once. They're in the same spot. These were all like grouped together. I'm like, just do it. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing the whole line. Let's be honest. I'm too far behind to do the line.
yeah, that's true.
But what I'm going to do is
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
more
pick up a
expensive.
few. I'm going to pick up just some of the core favorites from when I was a kid.
See, that's what I said too. That's where I'm at right now with Joe's because I've only picked up some core.
But these are not yet opens, so a sacrifice could be made for the
Mm,
giveaway. It's the giveaway is always in flux,
mm,
just like space and time. So who knows? Maybe I will, because I was originally doing several McFarlane figures. Were going to be like one McFarlane figure to be one wheel, another one to be another. I have the Death Metal Bat Cycle. I
mm.
have the White Knight Bat Cycle, and I also have the Batmo Beast, that big 4x4 Bigfoot style
Jeez.
Mad Max vehicle. That was going to be the grand prize. I still have
Mm,
that. That's going to be for the String for the Cure. Now it's doing it like we did last year. $20 get you in an
yeah.
all 8 wheels.
Hmm.
I even got some comic book bundles I was giving away. So,
Yeah.
I mean that's still going to happen, but it's we'll see what happens with everything. But well, I was going to say something else. Oh, by the way, did you go in on the McFarlane Batmobile, the '89 Batmobile?
No,
Okay.
no.
Any of your listeners, your viewers, be careful if you ordered it through Amazon. Check your emails. Amazon is sending emails out to almost everybody who pre-ordered the '89 McFarlane Batmobile through them.
Oh.
Apparently, they had some kind of clerical error. Tons of people are getting emails telling them that they cannot fulfill the orders. They apologize for the
Ooh.
inconvenience, and they look forward to having you shop with them again.
Yeah.
Which means it's one of those Target, Walmart kind of snafus where it's like, oh, yeah, we're doing these pre-orders, and maybe there's a delay in shipping, or maybe their system messed up,
No,
and
it's probably something where they have a certain, like somebody put it in the wrong quantity amount on their end of how much they're supposed to have, and then they realize, oh crap, or or it was the right number, and then they realize, oh, we're not giving you that much. I don't know who told you we were getting that. You were getting that much, but you ain't. So, peace.
yeah, Duffman, you're 100% right where he says everyone's struggling because the economy getting worse constantly. Exactly, no doubt.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. That is.
I mean, like right now, like I bought a McFarlane figure this past weekend, but not for me, for a friend of mine,
Mm,
Calabac, Dark Side Sun from DC Comics,
oh yeah.
one of those mega
Oh yeah.
figures.
Oh, Caliban.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Calabac. Only there was only one of them. There was like 10 Frankensteins, but there's only one
Oh
Calabac.
wow. Okay.
So I grabbed it for a buddy of mine, and once he, sends me the money, I will be shipping that out to him.
Nice. Nice.
You know,
Yeah. That's the thing is like
I'm
so.
like, I really haven't gone to a Target in maybe a month or so.
Yeah. I just went the last couple days. I've gone a couple times,
Hmm.
and I've gotten a couple of wrestling figures I've been looking for. Like it was a true hunt, but I was just like, I'm not in the mood to film it. Like I just don't have that urge anymore. It's boring. And then like I'm not doing giveaways anymore. I'm not going to do game shows because of the last time, and somebody like really made me feel like shit because of it when I did the Serpentor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I guess he's somebody that's kind of regular, and so I'm not gonna say his name,
Okay.
but it was just one of those things where I'm like,
I
because
know it wasn't me because I wasn't even a part of it.
oh no, but it was one of those things of like, so my, the giveaway I did,
Yeah.
I had set up for, I was having laggy issues with the internet, like I
Yeah.
seem to always have now. So I'm like, you know what? I had already spun the wheel, and people were, I'm like, so should I stop or should I just keep going? And should I? Because I didn't. And then I'm like, you know what? Because I'm having issues, I'm gonna make this one not the prize, but I'm gonna redo it, and anybody whoever wins this, will still be in for the Supreme Tour. So I'm gonna do it over.
I mean,
Like,
if anything, that gives people it's a chance for everyone. I mean,
yeah.
what this person was what throwing shade because you're like, well, I'm having issues. Don't know if the stream is even going to continue. So we're gonna pick things up, or we're gonna do a fresh start on another day. And what this person was throwing shade at you because you did
Well,
that?
so it was like, so here's the thing. I had kept that wheel going because I had already started it, and
Yeah.
so, but I said whoever wins this will be added, still kept into the other wheel for the Serpentor. But at this one, because I don't like how things are going, whoever wins this one will win a different prize. And so he won the other prize, but he wanted the Serpentor. And and the way he was talking to me in the comments of that video, I was like, I thought about actually trying to get another Serpentor
Hmm.
just to, because I kind of felt bad, but then I'm like, and then I looked at it, I'm like, it's gonna cost me $300 to
No,
do all that.
no.
I'm like, dude, all this shit is free.
yeah.
I'm,
Listen.
I'm giving you
You
free
shouldn't
stuff.
you shouldn't have to do that because someone is feeling butthurt.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. And the person wound up coming back and apologizing eventually, like and saying they were having personal issues or whatever. But that, like for me,
You know,
that still stuck with me. Like it still sticks
in
with
all
me.
honesty, personal issues or not,
Yeah.
listen. If you're having the worst day ever,
Yeah.
if you having the worst day ever, take it out on yourself personally. Don't take it out on complete strangers,
Yeah.
your friends, because for all they know, what they say to you out of anger, out of frustration, could send you down a dark path,
Yeah.
and that can
Yeah.
cause other things. I mean, listen, maybe I'm weird that way, but
Mhm.
life is too damn short
Yeah.
for me to hold grudges, to hold on to hate, because it's what's the sense of me getting upset at someone who's 500, 3,000, 5,000, whatever miles away, or someone says your mother. Well, you don't know my mother. You know, life is just too damn short.
Yeah. But like I said, and I mean, I've talked to other people about it too, and they agree. But it was just one of those things that made me just kind of reevaluate
Yeah,
everything and just kind of and I just kind of didn't want to do anything anymore. I just like I literally that day didn't go in. I don't think I went on YouTube. I just stayed in like in the toy room.
it kind of makes you kind of like just want to shut everything
It
off
did.
and just
I
kind
did.
of just
I did. I legitimately was like shaking and upset and pissed and like who am I upset at? Who am I pissed at? Why am I upset? Like it made me question everything. And it was like and then I was like getting upset at myself and it just wasn't good. So I'm like, you know what? I'm and that's why that's like I said, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this because like
yeah.
letting y'all know, no more giveaways, no more game shows.
Well, it's like I like me. I'm only if I do anything, it's only going to be for like something big.
Yeah,
Like I did the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I messaged the winner several times through their email because I finally was able to get a hold of their email through another subscriber, another viewer,
mhm,
um, and the person hasn't responded. That was a while ago. That was like 2 months now, maybe 2.5 months. So we're gonna roll to the second place winner. I'm gonna reach out to them this week, see if they want the figure. If they don't, we'll either go to the next person, or that will be given towards a future giveaway. You know,
yeah,
it's like, and I said initially during my initial stream, I was like, listen, I will give the person 2 weeks. I gave him 2 months.
wow,
So, because I wanted to be fair, and this person is someone who's not in the United States.
mm,
And my rule is usually you have to be Canada or United States, but the
mm,
person didn't. You know, I know they're in another country. I think they might be Australia, but I tried
mm,
reaching out to them. They haven't responded. So I'm sorry. I'm moving forward. If you want to feel sideways at me,
yeah,
bruh, I gave you plenty of time. I went on several streams. And I saw the person on other people's streams, and say, hey, please message me at Instagram at I gave my Instagram and hope that they would respond to me. They didn't.
yeah.
So,
I mean, you can,
it is what it is. I mean, you
yeah,
can't. I mean, you could bend over backwards,
yeah.
which for us might not be that easy.
It's never easy. It's never easy.
I bend over, but might not get back
I'm
up.
not. Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say I'm not getting back up.
but it is what it is. And I mean, yeah, we do this for we do this for fun. Some people, yeah, they can do a hustle out of it.
Yeah,
For some of us, if we get to that magical number
yeah,
and we can meet the watch hours, and if people are watching our videos or streams and there's commercials and we eventually get a few extra bucks in our pocket, that's not world changing. A
no,
lot of people think it's world changing.
no, yeah,
It might be enough to maybe help buy a new figure if we wanted.
yeah, no,
Or if we're really lucky, maybe you can get yourself a nicer bookcase or some extra lighting or something. I mean,
Lightsaber.
it's I wish a lightsaber, motherfucker.
Lightsaber.
But I mean, it's some people forget that. Yeah, we're taking time. We work a full day,
Yep.
then we come home and we do this. You know,
And sometimes our significant others are not as
appreciative.
exactly. So there's Black Panther.
Is he pretty stable on there?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had a Diamond Select, or should I say, a Marvel Select Thor. He tends to fall off his little stand that
Mm.
he has.
And I love that I can
The
put it
one
on
with
the
this.
wall.
Oh yeah, you can
The
hang
wall
that
thing.
up. Nice.
Yeah. So
Very very nice. And that's probably not that heavy either.
no, it's very light. Very
Oh
light.
yeah, so you can do like little 3M jobby and do that. By the way, you got the you know the man, the myth, the legend himself, because we know the best coast is the left coast.
It's always the left coast, baby. Well, left coast from this side, but this side, me it's left
Left Coast Graphics, aka hashtag Let
coast.
Them Breathe.
Big bad,
Hey Rick, how
Ricky
you doing, man?
Daddy. So this is a
Oh,
Mattel
I hate
Creations.
you. Ooh,
It's that it's that it's I don't forget what it's called,
he kind of looks that
but it
that image almost kind of looks like Slythe a little bit
yeah, but
from
it's So I guess this is from the Motu, the Grayskull,
yeah.
where it was the only time you ever see this is on a sticker on Grayskull on the ground or on the wall somewhere,
Okay,
and so this is a never made before figure,
you got Mr. B in the chat.
Mr. B.
Mr. B Customs, who helped us out last year for a stream for the Cure.
Yeah,
Mr. B is awesome. He's an amazing person.
there you go. I don't know if these are still available
I've
on the
never
top.
seen him before.
Yeah.
I don't even think I ever saw him in a show.
So yeah, no, because no, because he hasn't been on the shows. That's what I'm saying. It's never been made before.
Frogmonger.
So he's so he only time he's ever been the only time he's ever I guess the only time he's ever existed is on the sticker on Grayskull.
I appreciate you saying that, Mr. B. We're still planning to do it on the 29th. Right now, the one thing the one thing I can ask is, I mean, I do have 8 separate prizes set aside. Um, the one thing I'm really asking people is to share the stream out, get the word out there, because we have a lot less than we had last year as far as people entering it. Just, I mean, all I can ask is getting the word out there, helping promote it for the most part. We have a bunch of McFarlane figures and some McFarlane vehicles that we're giving out. We have some comics, and I do have a NECA figure that I'm going to be, raffling off, but getting the word out there so we can, raise as much as we possibly can. Um, because it's going to be the 29th, which is just under 2 weeks away.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
and I always appreciate your help, especially last year. Um, Mr. B is amazing.
Oh yeah. So there you go. Look at that. Got a special weapon, little tank on the back. It's like a light green with some dark green elements on there.
Okay,
Some yellow on the side. It's very
pegs,
simple.
peg holes on his feet.
Just correct.
Okay, how stable is he?
Uh,
Is he kind of top heavy?
no, no, he's very balanced.
Okay,
So
Frogmonger.
Frogmonger, frogmonger. Now, don't be scared. Don't be scared. You might see some little bits.
Jiggly bits.
Yeah,
Is he wearing space pants?
not yet, not yet. But there's your frogmonger.
Okay.
So throw him.
Rolando says he's top heavy.
Uh, well, I'm top heavy. Shoot, I've been top heavy. And he comes with his own comic book,
There you go.
which I'll add to my Motu comic
Ditto.
book collection. Wow, this thing is. It's got more. It's got like 10 pages. So it's a pretty thick book.
I was having a discussion with a friend of mine over the weekend because we were at the Buffalo's greatest '80s party, and we noticed the one photo booth was like super bright on the inside. I'm like, well, that's for the better picture. He said, what are you talking about? I was like, you got to have light for the better quality pictures.
Yeah.
As he says, well, how do you know about that? I'm like, YouTube channel. Yeah, you got to have a light, otherwise you look like crap. I mean, how bad does this look right now? I gotta get a new ring light too.
Yeah, I need to do that. Like that's the thing right now. Um, is my focus is on external stuff. Like I wanna. So right now I'm focusing on live streams. That's gonna be my primary thing. And then I want to add some like news videos talking
Yeah.
about wrestling figures.
Well,
Oh,
see,
then I also want to talk. I want to do. I want to play. I want to play some wrestling games.
see,
So,
that's one of the crazy things is okay. I just spent Nathan. Are you ready for this?
no, but
Okay, I spent $2,000 on the new bike. Okay, plus $550 for the bike rack, so that we can transport the bike.
okay.
Okay, all that, and I did not exactly have it because right now I no longer have a few Hot Toys. I
Mm,
sold them, sold some other collectibles. My
yeah.
proton packs are gone. Well, I still have my HasLab and my
Oh no, trust me,
and the other pack I built. But like I sold my Spirit Halloween proton packs that I custom made.
dude. I sold a lot of my collection before WrestleMania. Like I sold some Lego
Is
sets.
It was a necessity. I mean, in my bike, the bike I had last year,
Yeah.
I barely sold that for 300 because
Mm,
nobody was buying. You
yeah.
know, you hate to have to do that stuff, but it's like, well, what's more important, my health or some really awesome looking figures? Who knows? Maybe I'll come across those figures, those Hot Toys sometime in the future. Who knows?
Well, I
You just
sold.
never know.
I had most of. I had the most of the current NECA gargoyles still in the
Hmm.
box. I sold those. I sold about half my legends.
Duff
Half
Man,
my,
I was pretty close to doing that too.
ooh, yeah. I can't do that. The wife would kill me if I sold my Jiggly bits. So,
Rick says when you look this good, you don't need you don't need light.
all right, Rick. That's
But
true. That's true. But no, yeah. I think I got like over $1,000 for my
okay.
for half part of my collection. So
Well,
I'm looking at trying to sell more.
I wasn't able to generate 2,000, but I was able to open up a line of credit that I'll be paying off for the next year foreseeably,
Mm,
so that we could afford the bike in the bike rack.
yeah.
So, because the problem is with the e-bikes, they're usually about between 75 to 80 some odd pounds.
Mm,
Your average bike racks, which is what we had, you know, it's meant to carry maybe close to 100 pounds, which would be two bikes. My bike is 80 pounds by itself, and then my wife's regular bike, yeah, the regular bike rack would not be able to support that.
Hmm.
And if you're going to drop $2,000 on a bike, you want to make sure it's secure, that's not going to pop off. We spent $550 on a new bike rack that goes into the hitch on our GMC Terrain, and it can actually support 2 e-bikes. So if like say in a year or two, if we decide to get my wife an e-bike,
Yeah.
this bike rack will be able to support my bike and her bike at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's an investment in the future. That's how I'm viewing this.
Yeah.
This bike I got is an investment in the future. I've already gone on a handful of rides on this thing, going up hills, bridges, without having to overexert myself. It's already a game changer. Um, and I've during my research, I found a lot of very positive things. People who can't ride, you know, can usually do that. Can't
Definitely.
they make cell phones that transform into
Tough,
bikes?
man.
Maybe in the Michael Bay universe, maybe.
Maybe in about 20 years from now.
Who knows? No, no, it'll turn into an actual hoverboard. There you
Oh, there you go.
go. But it's a fat tire bike, which means it is a 5-inch width tire. Okay, and you know I love Back to the Future, right? What's
Uh-huh.
the line from Back to the Future? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I have not ridden this bike as hard as it's designed to be ridden yet.
Yeah.
But Buffalo's known for potholes, even on the bike pass. This thing
Mm,
handles everything. There's
wow.
no stopping it. Just like there's no stopping little Monty.
I was gonna say, little kitty cat going by.
One of my 2 black cats.
Mm, so much luck.
Right, Monty? He's like, I'm just looking around, making my rounds. He's my patrol cat.
Making sure everything is copacetic. Copacetic.
It's funny because we actually have a sign on the outside of our front door that says "Guard Cat on Duty," and it's a black cat. That's Monty. He's doing his rounds.
There you go.
But yeah, that was not cheap.
No, yeah.
But also, I mean, hopefully, if things go well, I mean, I got this 44-mile Canadian ride. So I'm leaving the country, Nathan. I'm leaving the country, going over to Canada, and then I'll be back 3 hours later.
Okay. I was about to say, you making it sound like you leaving the country for good. You ain't leaving the country.
I I don't know with the healthcare system. I'm kind of tempted at times.
Mm,
Yeah, I might not go to Vancouver like our buddy.
hang out with Rick.
Yeah, I know Rick is focused on getting hired as an extra in some shows.
Special shows.
Well, you got James Gunn. I mean, that's where most of
Oh,
the shows get filmed is Vancouver.
so he wants to be on Peacemaker season 2, 3, huh? Trying to be on Peacemaker.
And why not? He says do it, or is it do it?
Do it to it.
Here, hit him with this. Um,
So I'm
bunch of
opening up this Masterverse PK.
okay, very nice. Actually, I'm on a hold for like the Revelations because I was collecting Revelations for a while. The
Yeah.
He-Man Master Universe Revelations line.
Is
They
Masterverse
finally,
there?
yeah, they finally came out with Man at Arms,
Yeah,
the
I
one
saw
from
that.
that was actually in the cartoon. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the long game if I even because yeah, the left coast puts now it looks like the writers are gonna strike in the
Oh yeah.
US, so nothing's going to get made. That's not exactly true. AI, artificial intelligence. There's been a few I was a big fan of Stargate SG-1. The cast got together because the producers using AI, artificial intelligence, wrote a script for an episode, and they did a charity thing. Like they raised money for a charity, and the actors like they basically live streamed a table read,
Oh,
and even the actors were blown away in how well written this was done by a computer program.
oh wow.
So who knows? AI could be a thing, especially during a writer's strike. You never know. But I mean, there was a television writer's strike. What about was it 8 years ago? Maybe
Was it 8 or 10?
it might be. But you know what? Let's be honest. We went through a damn pandemic, right?
Yeah.
We got Netflix. Some of us mostly watch YouTube as it is.
Yep.
If there is a writer's strike, hold on.
It's the best time for creative content.
Okay, Mrs. Dimension wanted to add the last time we had a writer's strike, we ended up with Survivor and Big Brother.
Oh.
So yeah. But I mean, you know what? If there is a writer's strike, maybe that will help the platform of YouTube, and maybe who knows, maybe there'll even be a I don't know, competitor to it.
Ooh. That's gonna influx
Well,
everybody.
well,
Influx
I
of
mean,
people watching YouTube.
there's alternate platforms being made all the time. There's a platform which rivals, I don't want to say it rivals Twitter, but it pretty much is pretty close to it, called Mastodon.
Okay, never heard of it.
Like literally, just like just like the the Megazord Mastodon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly how it's spelled. Um, a lot of people I know who are on Twitter have moved over there because it's not as politically controlled. There's a little bit more platforms, but it's not as mainstream yet. So there's that. I mean, um, it's kind of like, think of like the early days of MySpace, but for adults and not necessarily teenagers.
Mm.
Okay. Um, could there ever be anything to rival YouTube? I I would love to. I want to say yes. I would love to see that. Is it likely? That's another story. Speaking of another story, we got Captain Spaulding in the chat.
The captain, my
Captain, my
captain, my
captain.
captain.
The man's been getting a lot of ink done lately too, man.
I know. I can't wait because him and I have plans on meeting up one of these days
Okay.
since we're in the same area.
See, that's the thing. It's like everyone I know is either down south or they're out west, or in Rick's case, he's like northwest. Rick put Twitch's YouTube rival Google versus
Or
Amazon,
another country.
because it's like all like even like I think the closest one could be Rebels, because he's in Kentucky, which is kind of like right on the corner of Ohio, I think. Or he might be like, no, he might be South Ohio, probably. So he could be him, and I think maybe Freya and Bloodline, Berserker Bloodline. They might be like the second closest to me, but that's
Mm,
about it. It's like everyone else is like, I mean, Marvelous is in New England area up there. That's way further. So it's like I really don't have anybody to. I mean, closest, the only person I got to meet up with was Sleeping, and that's because I went down to Steel City Con in
oh yeah,
PA last summer,
yeah.
and him and the family were going to the same one. I hate you. I hate you with a passion.
I don't know.
I even hit up that I even hit the infamous Monroeville Target. Is that the one you made?
Yes, it is. I hope it's.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
Hold on,
Nathan Bowden edition lightsaber.
hold on.
Forget Eddie Bauer.
I hope it still works.
That's what she said. Captain Small says Nathan is close to me too, I think. And yeah, that's what he said.
And no, it's not working.
Batteries? Or do you have to charge it?
Uh,
Oh, Alefko says, so it looks like I am eligible for monetization subscribers on Twitter now, but not YouTube. You can get monetized on Twitter?
You can get monetized Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
I'll never
and
hit any of those, so
Twitch.
doesn't matter. I'm still let's take a look at YouTube real quick. Have a good laugh. Have a good laugh. Here, hit him with this. Adam Sandler was in town here yesterday. He was
Oh,
performing. A bunch of people, some of my coworkers went to see him last night. Apparently, he had Kevin James and was it Rob Schneider or someone like that with him on tour?
probably. Rob Schneider doesn't seem like he's doing much of anything now.
Yeah. So, see, this is what I love. My watchtowers had climbed up, and now they're creeping back down again. You gotta love that. I have 2,985 public watch hours. So I
Oh,
still got 1,000 and change. Well, 1,015 public watch hours before I can even hope to be monetized. So ain't gonna happen. Lefko says I streamed for 15 hours last week and only got 32 watch hours. Kind of lame. I agree. Lefko says he still needs 2,100 watch hours.
wow.
Sure. He says Twitter rolled something out today. 500 plus followers. Oh, maybe I'll have to look at Twitter.
I'll have to look at that because I may have 500 or 500 followers, maybe.
I don't. I probably follow 500 people, but I don't think
Yeah.
the 500 people will follow me though.
Pighead.
Oh, going back to the bike. If I want an extra battery for it, guess how much that costs?
$1,000.
You're close. 500.
Oh.
Because
Shoo.
batteries, I mean, it's just like fuel. I mean, it's only good for so long.
Yeah. Oh, so I never did a video because, like I said, but I bought some. I don't know if you guys have heard of Robo from on Foosh. So he has like his own toy line, and a
Mhm.
lot of it is like samurai ninja style, and they got like a sale going on. So I wound up taking advantage of that.
Ah,
Got me a nice little samurai.
very cool.
It's pretty dope.
I gotta hang that back up. I have this it's like a black and white artist drawing of a samurai.
Oh yeah.
I gotta hang that back up because it fell down because of 3M strips. Rick, you might be onto something because I just pulled up my Twitter. I'm at 548 followers, so maybe that's something. I'll have to look into that.
This is like my monk warrior. But then it also came like they had some accessories too. You could buy like
Okay.
accessory pack,
Okay.
and it comes with like this golden mask right here.
Very cool.
Comes with a bunch of weapons and some other like golden. It comes with like 4 different masks, some clothing accessories, and a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, Rick is saying kind of confusing as there was always 15 people in my chat watching, so even more confused to how this crap is supposed to work. Yeah, the algorithm I'll never understand it myself.
Yeah,
It's not Robo's toy line, it's the Foosh, which is a big company. I like Robo because he has a cool beard.
yeah. Well, no, I know it's Foosh. I didn't know Robo to Foosh. I didn't know if he was just somebody part of Foosh or if he was Foosh.
Speaking
So
of
Robo.
RoboCop. Now you know that they're supposed to be making. They were supposed to be making a sequel, like a direct sequel from the original universe, Peter Weller
Okay.
as RoboCop. But I'm also hearing rumors that Amazon, because of course Amazon has to
Oh
remake and
no,
do everything.
no.
They want to bring several TV shows. They want to reboot several things. They want one of them, which is RoboCop, but I can't see them doing that because if they do RoboCop, they gotta do RoboCop in the style of like The Boys. It has to be bloody. It has to be very violent and unforgiving. That's the only way they're going to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Okay. Second, they want to reboot Stargate. I kind of don't want them to do that necessarily
No.
because I'm a big Stargate fan. I'm a nerd. What can I say? And then the third one, they want to make such a movie into a series. And Nathan, I know that this is one of your favorite movies of all time, Legally Blonde.
Oh, Sucky Ducky.
I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, Amazon, like, I still have not watched it, the Lord of the Rings show that they started.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched it.
No.
There's only a few Amazon shows I'll actually watch, upload. The Boys, of course.
Invincible's a good one.
Yeah, I binged that in one day, dude.
Oh, me too. Well, I binged most of it, so I caught up to like the last couple episodes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them. Like we have to what? Wait until the rest of this year, basically, like
I think
November or something.
it's like either with the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year.
Yeah. And I watched all of Rick and Morty, and I'm like, now we're
Mm,
gonna get a different Rick now because and apparently, he was acquitted of all the, like all
well,
the
well,
claims and stuff.
I don't know if he was acquitted all of it. I know he was acquitted of the domestic violence,
Yeah.
but I don't know about. But he's been like he's only been accused. I don't know if there's ever been charges brought about the whole grooming
Yeah.
and whatnot. So I don't even know if there's. I don't even think there's been charges brought with those. So
Yeah, it's like honestly, I don't watch a lot of like broadcast TV shows.
yeah,
There's not like
I
the only stuff I really watch is like I'll watch some shows that are on Disney Plus,
yeah.
the Marvel and the Star Wars universe, and Paramount because
Mm,
I'm a nerd, like I said, Trekkie,
Picard.
Star Trek Picard. Um, as a Trekkie man, they this season Terry Metalis, the showrunner, he's also the guy behind the Sci-Fi Channel series 12 Monkeys, going back a
Okay.
few years back.
Yeah.
He killed it with that show. He's killing it with this season. It's like,
Mm,
when you got
what
someone
is,
who's
wasn't the
consistently
season like where he brought like everybody from Next Generation in?
yes, but Nathan, here's the best part. Patrick Stewart's conditions. He had three clauses. Okay, he
Uh,
says, okay, I don't want to do a Picard series, and then finally they kept coming to him like, hey, will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do this? He says finally, okay, I have three conditions. One, no uniforms. Two,
mm,
no Enterprise. Three, we're not going to do this. This is not going to be next generation crew. If you want me to do a Picard series, it has to be a Picard, you know, by himself. This is not going to. He didn't want it to be a reboot,
of
like
Next
a soft
Generation.
reboot of Next Generation.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first two seasons, in the ratings, struggled a lot. Okay, it struggled a lot in the ratings because you know, oh, you don't want Next Generation, but we have Picard being paired up with an unlikely motley crew. He still has a crew. It
Yeah.
wasn't his ship, it was a different kind of a ship, and they went on these crazy adventures. The second season, they are stuck in the past, trying to make things, a certain way. And eventually, this season they bring everybody back. And guess what? Everyone's kind of, they're not all wearing the same uniform, but they're wearing uniforms.
Mm,
You get the old school, we get the original Next Generation cast for the
yeah.
most part back, and the ratings are going through the friggin' roof.
Of course.
And Patrick Stewart has to admit, yeah, I was wrong. So they could have had that whole vibe the entire time, but it is what it is. And
Because this is the
after,
last season, right?
yeah, well, of Picard, but
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a lot where they could spin off. They could
Mm,
follow Worf, they could follow Geordi, they could do this, they could do. There's so many different directions they could carry it forward with.
hmm.
But I mean, they even brought back. They There's so many Easter eggs, and I mean, as a Star Trek fan, they friggin' killed it. They killed it, and they have so many Easter eggs in the background. The Easter eggs could spin off their own shows. You think I'm joking? There's an episode they go to this space station, which is supposed to be like all these ultra secret, like think CIA type vault, right?
Mhm.
Among the things that they find there, they find the Genesis device, which is a reference to Star Trek 3. Okay. They even have Kirk's body because Kirk died in Star Trek Generations, the movie. He died, right? But
Yeah.
you see a thing, you see like this display that says Admiral James T. Kirk, and there's like a little bleep, bleep, like he's in stasis. So now he's not dead, he's just in stasis. I'm like, y'all could just do a whole bunch of stuff. They don't even need William Shatner. They could bring back Chris Pine and have him do Kirk moving forward. There's a lot of different crazy stuff they can take it through. A
Wow.
lot, man. It's Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, are people really dead if they get shot in the stomach? Are they really dead? No. You could have a Fennec Shan where she's got like little cyborg parts in her stomach. I mean, there's nobody's truly dead, right?
Mm. Well, no,
They're
that's a
not they're not dead. They just get recasted. Okay.
yeah. It's a multiverse out there. It's a multiverse.
Yeah, but
But no, I've been watching. Like for me, I don't know. I watch some YouTube, but really, I don't even watch Disney Plus. I don't watch regular TV too much. I've been watching a lot of anime.
nothing
Just
wrong with that, man.
like I've.
I still gotta watch the Witch from Mercury, the Gundam series. I gotta find somewhere to watch it
Mm,
because since I don't work for that cable company anymore, I don't have Stars and HBO Max and all that other
yeah.
stuff. We got Hulu, we got Disney because we got the Hulu bundle, which is Disney and ESPN
Yeah.
Plus, and so I got that, and we get Netflix. But outside of that, I'm paying for Paramount as an add-on through Amazon Prime.
Mm,
But aside from that, like I gotta find like once upon a time, I used to go to different websites to watch or stream shows
yeah.
or animes and stuff. I gotta find some sites like that again.
I heard about that,
Oh, yeah,
Rick.
Rick
I heard about that.
with Steven Yeun.
I haven't watched it.
Steven Yeun from
Is,
Invincible and Walking Dead. He's the voice of Invincible.
is it? I thought no. I thought somebody else. I thought it was.
No, Steven Yeun is
I thought it was the guy from.
you're freezing. You there?
Was like the dad from.
Nathan, are you still there? You're okay. There you are. You started to move again. You were frozen for a minute.
Yeah, you were
Who did you
frozen.
think it was?
The dad from Fresh Off the Boat
No.
TV show.
No, I know who you're talking about, but let me go to my friend Google.
Let's go. Google. I know it's Stephen Yeun,
See? Better recognize.
but no, I've been like I said, I've been like all we had because right now we have that Hulu bundle
Hmm.
and
Well, my wife
Netflix.
that's what my wife watches is, mostly Hulu and Paramount.
Yeah, you got Netflix, Crunchyroll. Netflix might be going away, um, but I'm definitely
Well,
keeping Crunchyroll.
I only pay like $7 for Netflix because I got it through my T-Mobile, so I get a
Mm,
little discount that way.
I just don't watch really too much on Netflix. So, um, what's the other one? Oh, Peacock because of WWE.
I have Peacock as well because, well, Quantum Leap and a bunch of
Mm,
other like older shows I used to watch are on there. I did watch Top Gun Maverick on there. I finally
mm.
watched Top Gun Maverick and I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, so many people are like, oh, you guys see? I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's just another soft reboot. And I watched it, I enjoyed it, and not for nothing, man. I want more. You know what my
yes,
favorite part of the
yes.
movie is?
Which one?
Not when he's on the ground
When he's in the
after
air?
Maverick crashes
Yeah,
and Rooster goes to save him and he crashes and the two of them on the ground and Maverick is just kind of like doing things on the fly like okay let's we'll steal a plane, we'll do this. It was kind of weird seeing Maverick, you know, in more of a practical sense
yeah,
and not just the pilot. And of course, of all things, they find an old Tomcat for him to fly of all. But I mean, like, I kind of like seeing, like, okay, get Maverick
yeah.
on the ground, kind of
Because
improvising.
I wasn't a big fan of the original movie, and so my wife loves Top Gun, but I wasn't a big fan of the
Was it
movie.
that she loves Top Gun or she loves Tom Cruise?
No, she loved Top Gun. She's a
Okay,
Top
I'm just
Gun.
saying.
Mm. Trust me, I'd know if it was Tom
You know
Cruise.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
wow.
But but yeah, no, but yeah, no. I like because so like for me at work, I have I have opportunities where I can just chill, watch stuff. Like
Man, during my training right now, it's
yeah,
like first couple weeks, we had nothing really to do because there's waiting for like the training to begin and doing different stuff here and there. So
yeah.
man, I was streaming on my phone, watching movies.
No, I like this. What was it? A couple days ago, I was at work and like so I work at the airport, and there's part like like the areas where when you're exiting
Yeah.
the airport and you see like officers or security guard standing there, and the point where you can't turn back, like you're going to baggage claim.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sitting like there, and there's nothing to do because all I'm sitting there doing is making sure nobody comes back in. So me and my partner just sit there. We're not really talking to each other. I went through a whole series, but then right after that, I was working. So I was working 16 hours that day. So then I worked my second 8 hours at a different spot,
Yeah.
and I just watched another series because there was nothing to do there either. So I had 16 hours of just watching two different anime series
Hey,
back to back. I'm like, see, and the amount I get paid for the job that I do is like
it's a beautiful thing.
I know it's and our pay goes up every so often, like when we hit certain tiers. So
Well, after 1 year, my pay grade switches to a different level. So, and I will be in a much more comfortable situation. So much
yeah,
so that we could even potentially look at a new place with more space and,
mm,
you know,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting a couple years
yeah,
before.
we're talking like 2 years. That's what we're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, that's what.
Um, because there's a couple.
Marvelous.
Well, there's a
What's
couple
going
like,
on?
huh?
Marvelous is in the chat.
We got Marv.
Yeah, Marv. So here, since you're a huge wrestling fan, I'll give you a taste of what's going to show. What I'm gonna, because tomorrow, Country Fried Wrestling, myself, probably MCM. Hopefully, some of the other guys are able to. If not, we all understand why. But me and him are going to talk about how WrestleMania went. But here's a taste. Oh, this is a
This
big
is Mortal
taste.
Kombat. A taste of things to come.
This is something I picked up at WrestleMania weekend.
And who did you hit with it?
Well, if I say, I might get in trouble. So, but
Well,
This
they're in a
dude,
coma. They won't talk. What?
I've been I've been wanting to get a chair for so long, and this is from you can see on the other side. This is Money in the Bank from 2010.
Nice.
It's got, but the cool thing, the whole reason I picked this chair out of other chairs to get is because if you know me, you know I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of the New Day, and this guy,
Really? I never knew that about you.
I know you're shocked, but this guy,
Shocked, appalled, and even
I was
taken
actually a
aback
fan of
just a bit.
his before the New Day got started. Kofi Kingston,
Now, is Raw only on USA Network, or what network is that
yeah,
on now?
only on USA.
Okay. Yeah, so I won't be able to watch it.
Well, that's the thing is like I don't have cable anymore, so
Neither do I. All I have is internet, and like I said, like those streaming services I told you about,
yeah,
like I have the WWE network as because it's part of Peacock,
yeah,
but you can't watch the live shows.
no,
I can watch the pay-per-views,
yeah.
but that's about it. Which
So
I think is kind of stupid. You think they would be able to, like, if you got WWE network, you should be able to watch it.
so the big thing with that, like I'm
Well, at least until
I'm
the sale and everything is finalized, I guess.
I'm hoping when that sale goes through, because I think UFC has a deal with ESPN.
Ooh, like maybe if it's on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, maybe they can do maybe their weekly show on ESPN Plus because there's talk about maybe doing something with ESPN on
Yeah,
ESPN Plus. I don't know about a weekly show, but I hope so. So fingers crossed.
Marva saying facts. I mean, yeah, I mean it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're gonna have all their other shows and what it takes like what 2 months for them to upload an episode of Raw to
Yeah,
WWE's platform
no, but you know what? I heard this somewhere.
over the rainbow.
Somehow that's like part of the deal they worked out
Mm,
where when they signed with Peacock for it,
yeah.
even though Peacock is part of USA,
Well, Peacock is USA because that's NBC. NBC is also
but
NBC Universal. That's your Sci-Fi Channel. That's USA
yeah,
Networks and a whole host of others.
but that's
So
what I'm saying. Like, but somehow because they got a different deal with Peacock than they do with USA, with NBC, because the NBC contract ends like the end of this year, but Peacock still has a couple more years. But somehow they, whatever the deal is, they worked out with Peacock
yeah,
was because they don't want to interfere with USA or USA doesn't want them interfering with their show
or
or
to
whatever.
take probably because of ratings. They don't want the ratings being taken away. Probably.
Yeah. So they're like, you can't have it on Peacock for like a month. And I'm like, seriously,
Well, I
you can't
guess
you can't
I gotta rebuild
2
that damn
weeks?
time machine now.
Yeah, we'll start it in the network, I bet. I hope so. I hope, but that won't be for another couple years because they still got, like I said, they still got a Peacock deal that they have to run through. So they can't have their own streaming service until the Peacock deal's gone through. And whatever UFC
So
has with
so
ESPN,
are you saying there's a Peacock block?
knew it. I knew it. I freaking
Come
knew it.
on, you knew I was gonna go there.
I know, I know. That's sad. I did know that. But yes, there's a Peacock block.
Oh, by the way, speaking of bad
Peacock block?
jokes,
Uh-huh.
um, Renfield is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I went and saw that this weekend.
they did poorly
Me,
at the
the wife, and some friends.
boxing.
It was bloody.
Yeah,
It was very bloody and gory, but in a comical way. It's a nice fun watch. I would say go see it at matinee prices if you're gonna go to the theaters, or
yeah,
it's one of those fun kind of I think Nicolas Cage is hilarious as Dracula.
yeah. That's the thing. Is like right now, I wanted to see Dungeons and Dragon, Mario.
See, I'm holding off on Dungeons and Dragons because they've done some Dungeons and Dragons movies in the past.
Yeah,
There were okay watches, but they didn't do that well.
I heard this
And
one was actually
yeah, a lot of people have been giving really good reviews on it,
yeah.
but we got what do we have coming up? We have Guardians.
Guardians is coming out.
We have Fast X.
Yay.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, you already drove a car in space.
Yep.
I mean,
Space.
what
You beat up.
what
You beat up tanks, planes,
you got to drive a car
submarines.
underwater.
Didn't they already beat up a submarine? Blow up a submarine or something?
Well, that submarine was not underwater though.
Mm.
It was above. So,
Well, I'm still waiting for them to merge with dinosaurs and transform.
dude, there are memes out there like Fast and Furious meets Beast Wars. Is that what you were hoping for?
Well, no, I'm like, because I know, I think what, because they're what, Universal? Is it Universal?
Transformers is Paramount.
Transformers is Paramount. But no, I'm thinking
Fast and
Fast
Furious
and
is
Furious,
Universal Comcast. Yes.
Fast and the Furious, uh, Jurassic Park first. Going back in time travel. And then they come back by the help of the Maximals to our time, and Optimus Prime meets up with them.
Okay, it's Universal, right?
Yeah,
Fast and Furious is Universal. Guess
yeah.
what else is Universal? Where
What?
we're going, we don't need roads.
Mm,
Wait, are you telling me Dom's gonna steal the DeLorean from Doc?
probably. I wouldn't. Ooh, yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
See, you didn't think about that one, man.
No,
You didn't think about that one.
that's why I
God,
got
that
you
would
here.
be terrible.
That's why I got you here.
I mean, there's nothing Christopher Lloyd won't do. I mean, he's in Star Wars now.
Is he?
He was in an episode of The Mandalorian recently.
Everybody's been in an episode of Mandalorian now.
It was the same episode with Jack Black and
Lizzo.
what's yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He was the guy in charge of like the droids and everything. The doc. He was in Star Trek years ago, back in the 80s.
That's fine.
But I mean, like seriously, like this Fast and the Furious, I think is supposed to be they're going to
Yeah.
say goodbye to the Brian character completely. I don't know what that means. Is he dead? Does he get killed? Does Jason Momoa kill Brian off, and now then Vin Diesel just goes all off hinge? I don't know. I mean I'm that invested. I've seen 9 of the Fast and Furious movies. I might as well just finish them off.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna still watch them
Yeah.
begrudgingly, but I'll still watch them. Like,
And plus, they kind of already went Fast and Furious in Jurassic World. Because at one point, Chris Pratt is on like a dirt bike or a motorcycle trying to outrun some dinos.
is that the most recent one?
That was the most recent one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. That one, because you also get the OG Jurassic Park people in there too.
Yeah.
Sam
Yeah,
Neill,
I was like,
what's her
you know
name,
what?
and Jeff Goldblum
Yeah. I like what's her name. What's her name is cool.
from the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like saying what's her name.
What's her name? Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah.
And then there's what's her name?
She don't need a name. She don't need a name.
Well, the Chris Pratt girl in that movie is Bryce Dallas Howard, which
Yeah.
is the daughter of Ron Howard,
Yeah.
and she's one who's been directing a lot of the Star Wars TV shows. She actually does a pretty good job directing them. So she's a director,
Oh yeah, no, I know
believe
her.
it or
I know
not.
her. Oh yeah, no, Bryce Dallas Howard's hot. Oh, that's all good. Yeah, I know who she is. Yeah,
But
yeah,
this
yeah,
next
yeah.
the Fast X that they got coming out, they got Jason Statham back. They
Oh
got
yeah,
everybody back, just about.
except for Rock. But yeah.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead now.
Well,
I mean, we're
I think
we
that's the reason Jason Statham came back is
well,
because
yeah,
they're not getting the Rock back.
we get Jason Statham back. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be like him. There's supposed to be a scene between him and Han. Like, did you still know how to drive?
Oh
Something
yeah,
like that.
where he's like, "My bad,
Yeah,
homie, my bad."
and there's another. Oh, now Mr. Nobody. That was
Yeah,
the Kurt Russell character.
yeah.
Well, apparently you get his daughter in there,
Now are we sure that's his daughter,
played by played by
Brie Larson?
Brie Larson.
Now we sure
So
that's his daughter.
she's Miss Nobody, supposedly.
Mm,
Oh, for all we know, Miss Nobody could be shacking up with Charlize Theron's Cipher.
yeah.
Okay, for all
Or
we
she could
know,
be Cypher.
well, Cipher's in prison, and apparently, at some point, Letty is going to wind up in prison, and they're going to be facing each other off in prison. Chick fight. There you go.
Face each other. Oh yeah. Mm.
I still got the money
Giggity
on
giggity.
Letty.
Mm.
Michelle Rodriguez versus Charlize Theron.
I don't know.
Charlize has the height, but Michelle Rodriguez can fight. Whether
Mm.
it's Resident Evil or what was the boxing movie she did way back with Eastwood, $1 Million Baby or something like that.
Was she a boxer?
She was a boxer, yeah.
Mm.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Mm. I believe it when I see it.
Besides, she looks more like a street fighter than Cipher.
Yeah. I think Charlize just has that hidden strength. You don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Well, we know she's going to be in the next one of the next movies with Doctor Strange because she recruited his ass at the end of the last one.
Yeah. Well, you do realize this Fast X is a two-parter, right?
I thought it was like this was like the beginning of the trilogy or something like that. I thought it was like a 3-part thing. Maybe I'm wrong.
Um, I don't know.
Who knows?
I heard it was supposed to be like a two-parter. But if it's a three-parter, then
But it was supposed to be like the end of the saga begins here.
really, oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's gonna be like the final scene is gonna wind up being like Dom's son is all grown up, and he betrays his father. What was
really,
that about family?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna freaking lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
At
Uh,
least they stopped making Matrix movies, right? That last Matrix movie was bad.
Ooh, I can still smell it. Stank. It's horrible. Like, yeah, that's why I stopped. Like, I don't. There's not much. Like I said, there's not much movies I watch. Like, I'll go see a Marvel, maybe DC, maybe something like that.
Honestly, I'm not psyched about Guardians.
I'm psyched about Guardians in that I want to see how it ends because I know it's going to end this version.
And by the way, Mrs. Dimension is a big Guardians fan, and even she's not psyched for this next one.
Mm,
Okay. I mean, what throws me off is they're going the route of the high evolutionary.
yeah.
Okay. Um, second, oh yeah, she does not like how Groot looks.
Oh
He
yeah.
looks like an oversized friggin' Muppet, man. Did
He's
did
a
you see the
he's a
holiday special?
he's a bro. He's a
No,
bro.
no. Did you see
He's
the
a
holiday
fucker.
special? He
Yeah,
looks.
yeah.
There's like no more CGI. He looks just like big
He's a, he,
foam.
he Vin Diesel is inside him. No,
And like,
he's a
I
bro.
mean,
He's got muscles and is
but
it
what about the friggin' butterfly wings that they gave him in the action figure? He's got like wings now.
well
Is he drinking Red Bull?
Probably, probably.
Um,
I mean,
there's
it's a different
I th-
version though. It's a different version of Groot now.
I think there's a lot of misleading scenes and imagery in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
Like we see at one point, Star Lord is being carried.
yeah.
Is he dead?
No, I mean,
Did you
really?
die?
No.
I mean, let's face it. We know Batista's gonna die
Hell yeah.
because he's done with it. It's a wrap on
He
Drax.
hates Disney. He's like
Yep.
he's like he's like Harrison Ford. Kill me. Kill me. I'm done. I'm done.
I mean, we know in the comics that the Guardians have always changed their roster over
Yeah.
time. We finally get them in the comic book accurate outfits. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of iteration the Guardians look like afterwards, or are we just going to kill all the Guardians?
I don't
I
think
don't
we're
see that happening.
I don't think we're gonna kill all. I think it's gonna you're gonna see a new version. Probably led by Gamora. Maybe like
Uh,
the
What if
Ravagers.
Groot leads it? Groot just suddenly starts speaking plain English.
It's gonna be Rocket. It's gonna be Rocket. Oh, what did she say? What did she say?
What was that? Unless they go back to CGI, I hate Groot. I will not follow Groot. She says, unless they go back to
Heard.
CGI Groot.
I heard her.
I
Yay.
mean, he looks like something that would be on Sesame Street right now. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
You heard that, Nate. Okay, and this is someone who is in love with little baby Groot.
Oh no, my wife was too. My wife was too.
But now we get juiced up, foamy looking Groot. But
Mhm.
no, I agree with you. Make Rocket the new leader because one, the character has shown growth
Yeah.
from the first movie to you heard that too. She's like, no, we're talking about Rocket.
I think you start building Rocket up because of the whole high evolutionary thing. You know,
Like,
it shows real
he
growth with
meets
his.
his maker, literally.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I think that's going to be something, and we're going to see a little bit of a different Rocket, obviously.
and I could see Star Lord leaving, maybe going to the Ravengers. You know,
Yeah,
trying to get back to Gamora. I
yeah.
don't know.
Or maybe that this new version of Gamora is more suited with the Ravagers, and he wants to be with her, so he leaves.
That's
I
what I'm
can see
saying.
that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, let's see if Kraglin actually figures out how to use the whistle and the needle.
Watch. That's gonna be that bull that's gonna be like at the end of the movie. Like I finally figured it out, and then he dies. He kills himself. But I don't know.
I mean, it's Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother. So I mean, he's done his brother dirty in a whole lot of other movies like Suicide Squad and a few others. So yeah, I could
Oh
see
yeah.
anything happening.
What's up, Jada? I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to head on out.
You go ahead, man. Been fun
So
hanging out with you, man.
you too. You too. Uh,
Who
try to
knows?
do this again.
Maybe somebody will pop up in your chat tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, hopefully. You know, we talk about some wrestling. Yeah. So you guys
Wrestling.
tune in tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it here or StreamYards, but just keep a lookout because I'm trying different stuff out, and I got to figure out my internet situation. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll figure
Are
it out.
you using Wi-Fi or a wired connection?
Wi-Fi,
Okay. Are you on computer or phone?
computer, laptop.
Is there any way you can do a wired connection?
Um, it'd be I need like 100-foot wire.
Okay. Well, I'm saying is, does your laptop have an Ethernet connection or no?
Yeah.
Okay, because some laptops don't, and that's why I have one of these bad boys.
Mm,
So you can plug an Ethernet line in, but that's always going to give you a better connection than Wi-Fi.
yeah. 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 That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about.
I may not do tech support, but I still do.
But thank you, Dave, for coming
Yes,
in.
sir.
You know, making this so much more enjoyable and making me realize why I still like this. Thank you guys in the chat for joining. Hopefully, I can end this before my Wi-Fi kicks out again. So, with that being said, and because I got the cheap version, so there's no outros or whatnot. So, bye.
Catch you later.